So here's our agenda for today. The ACR students, just bear with me. I know you're not here for this, but just bear with me. Today is a day for problem solving, gaining skills. So if this is what you're expected to do today. Online assignment 10 is due tonight at midnight. The idea is that it is clear from the evidence that many people are doing these assignments thoughtlessly with no skill, just throwing something together, submit it, cheating probably when they do their multiple choice, and that's not indicating any learning is occurring. So we're giving you a chance to learn. If you do it right, you should probably be able to finish a good portion of this assignment with skill instead of random guess. So these are the guidelines. You're supposed to work on assignment 10. I hope you know where that is and you can pull it up. Students should already have watched the instructional video. If this is not true for you, this morning only 88 people out of 268 had watched the video. So if you haven't watched the video, then you start there. You could start like in 1 minute, you could start saying, okay, I haven't watched the video. I'm not ready to do any problems until I've watched the video. Start with the video. We'll put all the students in breakout rooms. Goal is about 6 students per room. That's a small enough group that you can work with each other. It's a small enough group that the teacher can come in and say, oh, you need help with this. Let's do this together. So the best teaching tool we have with Zoom is Whiteboard. So let me show you what that looks like. So Mrs. Perkins and I will demonstrate the use of the whiteboard.
Holtz is here.
Ms. Holtz is here. Great.
Power's back.
Good deal. All right, so the whiteboard is like a whiteboard at school. It's a virtual whiteboard. Let me clear the whole thing. So I can write something on this. I can say, oh, you're trying to do that? Well, this is how we do it. You have 3.2 grams of CH4. And so you can see I can teach this way. But Mrs. Perkins can also write on here and say, well, what about this? And so I can say, what do you think the conversion factor should be? And she's going to write something, and that way I learn, that's what you think. And then I can teach. So you're able to write on, it's a shared whiteboard if you do it right. And therefore you can communicate here ideas. How do you do this? Where does this come from? What number should I put here? All right, so I'm hoping that will be useful for you. When a teacher visits your room, then the teacher can jump in and start writing on the whiteboard. All right, I think that's good. Let me do one more thing before I go. You know, if you want to say, no, I didn't mean to do that. Eraser is a tool, so you can say, no, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do something different, right? Okay, so it's a virtual whiteboard. You can use it. Doom, 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 doom. So watch the instructional video first. You're going to be placed in breakout rooms. You can share the whiteboard so you can discuss. If all you're doing there is sitting silently, you're missing an opportunity. A teacher will visit your room every 5 to 10 minutes and say, what do you need help with? Or show me what you're doing. And the teacher will provide expert assistance. The teacher will teach. This may be true, so we'll see how many total students we have and how many total teachers we have. And but this is the goal. The goal is really each teacher has only 2 or 3 rooms. All right. We hope students will take advantage of this opportunity to work collaboratively with other students and with their teachers. So it's an experiment. If it fails, we'll never do this again. If it's successful, if people say, yeah, I learned something, it was good, I want to do this in the future, then we'll build this into every week. All right, reminding you of Thursday, Friday, our webinar days. So those are good opportunities for you to learn, not by working on problems, but by saying, what do people do in the real world? How does science work in the real world? All right. So let me now see where we are with our participants. The number is 68. That includes 3 teachers now. There are some of these 68 are ACR students. So if I estimate, then maybe we have 50 something who are chemistry students, and okay. So I'm going to guess that we need, I guess I can make more rooms than we need. That's what I'll do. So I'm going to make breakout rooms, and there'll be more than we need, and we'll go from there. All right, if I do this well, I'll know where ACR people are going to go. And so let me try this, and it may fail. Okay. All right, so these are my ACR room assignments. And let's see what I've got here. Piero, Tyne, Luca. I've got a Luca, I know. Room 13, huh? Okay. Luca. I don't have a Piero. I don't have a Tyne. But if I have anybody from the other team, do I have a Nathan? I do. Do I have an Isabella? I don't. Do I have a Kenneth? I do. Okay, so that's done. Room 14. Sterling, Ben, Danny, Catherine. There's Ben. There's Danny. There's Catherine. There's Sterling. Perfect. That's done. Room 15. Isadora, Angelica, Benny, Danny, Nadim, Rohan. There's a Danny. There's an Isadora. There's no Benny. There's an Angelica, C. And there's Rohan or no Rohan? No Rohan. Okay. Got it. Room 16. Amar is here. Cole is not present under either of his names. There's a Kenya, at least there used to be. There's a Sylvie, and there's no Sebastian. Okay, perfect. So those rooms are done. All right, here we go. This is going to be fairly random. Ooh, maybe I will do it really random, huh? Okay. I'm going to start with 5 in a room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Room 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Room 3. Why is there 4 when I said 5? That's a little weird. Okay, one more. Room 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Room 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Room 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Room 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Room 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Room 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 1. That's a teacher. Room 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, pretty good there. And let's go back up here where there was a dearth of people and say, you get one more and you get One more. And okay. All right. So I'm going to open all rooms. You're going to go to a room. Let's go back to the instructions. The instructions are start with the video. It's on assignment 10. It's right there. Video instructions. Start with the video. Then try to work on the problems collaboratively. Maybe you say, let's work on this together. If you're in the same place, let's work on this together. If you're saying, I'm trying this, I'm not getting anywhere, then you say, can anybody help me with this? A teacher will be by in a few minutes. So if you're saying, I need help, then you can wait for a teacher if you like. But the other humans in the room may be able to help you as much as a teacher. That's the idea of collaborative learning. All right, here we go. Open all rooms. Remember, the whiteboard is a share. It's an option under share. You can share a whiteboard. We'll visit your room soon. Okay, who's still here and why? And why? Okay, looks decent to me.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello, I'm trying to
Hello.
get you to allow multiple screen shares. So I've checked the box and maybe it'll work. I'm looking at Amara's screen right now. Okay, good. So are you fine here? You know what to do?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent.
Thank you.
All right, hello. I'm
Hello.
trying to enable multiple screen shares. So there's a button I check and I just checked it.
Perfect. Thank you, Mr. Sogo.
All
Thank you.
right.
No way.
Hello. I'm checking the box that allows multiple screen shares.
Awesome.
We've got all 4 people in this room. Good. You know what to do?
Yes. Yes. Is there a more recent version of the game since V4 though?
Yes, it is tinyurl.com. Let me put it in the chat.
Thank you.
/crown jewels 5. Thank you for asking.
Cool. Thanks.
All right, we do have 2 teams here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, okay, I'm going to check the box that allows multiple participants to share.
Thank you.
The latest version is Crown Jewels 5. Is that in your chat?
Test,
Yes?
test, test, test.
I hear you, Kenneth.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's in the chat.
Okay, so you can access that to get the latest version. All right. Is Luca here?
Yes.
Yes, okay, good. So you can play your match even though your team isn't quite full.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, Nadim is here. Nadim MJ. Oh my goodness, that's so exciting. He gets to go to room 15. Okay.
Yeah. Mr. Sogo, you're muted, but I can only visit the one room you put me in.
How about you, Ms. Holtz?
I can jump. I've been to 4 rooms of silence so far.
Okay. Have you talked to them?
Yeah, I talked to all 4. So
Okay.
the only way it's going to work is if you unmute decide if you watch a video, work together. If you all just sit here silently, this will do nothing for you.
All right, so you're
Oh.
unable to move, Ms. Perkins.
I'm gonna go bounce around again.
Which is
Yeah, I
bad.
don't understand why.
Okay.
I'm trying to do some research on Google to see what the problem is.
Okay. Doggone it. Was I too slow? I was too slow. I lost Nadim. Okay. So why does this not match that? Who is this Isaiah Medina? I don't understand it. Okay. Okay, Ms. Holtz is in room 5. You can only go to room 8?
Yeah,
All right.
I'm just reading this.
Sure. All right, tell me what's going on here. Hannah, are you here?
Yes. Hi.
Let's unmute everybody and start talking to each other. All right, Abigail, you're here?
Yes.
John, you're here? Who's Adilkal? Do we know who that is? Any ideas, Abigail, who Adilkal is?
Maybe Aiden Dalqual, but I'm not sure.
Ah, okay. Okay, all right. Let's start by sharing screen. I've checked multiple participants can share simultaneously. So share your assignment 10, Abigail. Let's see where you are.
Okay, so I printed mine out, so I'm not working on mine on the computer.
Okay, so yours is printed. All right, Anna, where are you with assignment 10?
I'm pretty much done. I printed out mine too, so I'm not doing it on a computer.
Okay. All right. Sean? Okay, so if yours is on paper, go ahead and share a whiteboard, Anna,
Okay.
and start talking to Abigail about what you have done. It's on paper, but the whiteboard is kind of like paper.
So I just click share, and then is it just there? Because all I see is desktop and application.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Let me share a whiteboard, and you tell me what you see.
I see a whiteboard.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Go to options. You see an option to annotate.
Mine are different, like, view modes, like 50%, exit full screen. Oh, annotate.
There you go. All right, so click that and then see whether you, there we go. Abigail can draw on the screen. Check. All right, Anna, are you able to draw on the screen as well?
For me, it only says for options, original size, and enter full screen.
Maybe if I'm not annotating.
That should be it. But you can try, Abigail. Sure, go ahead and try. You can try.
I exited out of annotate.
Okay. I mean, it still says the same thing, original size and enter full screen, so.
Maybe if you enter full screen, because I'm in full screen mode and I can annotate.
Ah,
Okay. That's so weird. It still says it, though. It doesn't say annotate.
okay. All right, so Abigail can draw on my screen. But when you go to share screen, that's not an option for you?
For me,
Yeah.
I think I can share my screen.
Can you share a whiteboard?
So I can share a whiteboard.
You can. Okay.
Yes.
Take over sharing of the whiteboard. And then if only you can draw, then you're going to have to be the drawer, Abigail.
Okay.
But
Maybe
Aaron
it's
can say-
because I'm on a MacBook.
Yeah, it may be. It may be. Okay. All right, I'm going to leave this room. I'll come back in a few minutes. All right. Let's talk to each other here. Who's sharing the whiteboard? Let's first see where you are. Austin, where are you? On assignment 10. Where are you?
I completed it with the help of one of my friends. Like, I didn't copy him, but he helped me, but I still don't understand it completely. Like
Okay.
the moles in the section like that.
Great. Are you able to share your screen?
I am.
Okay, Bronson, where are you?
I'm halfway through the instructional video because I couldn't find the assignment yesterday.
Okay, great. Cooper, where are you?
Well, I'm done.
Okay. So you should be able to talk to Austin intelligently.
Yeah.
Yes? Okay, great.
Is
All
the
right.
share working?
Yes. Who else is here, though? I lost my list of people.
It's Chase and Christian.
Chase, where are you in this assignment?
I'm still watching. I'm halfway through the video right now.
Perfect. Okay, so you're in about the same place as Bronson. Great. Christian, where are you? Christian Schenk, where are you? Okay. Let's see if you can, Austin, start talking and see whether Cooper can talk back with you.
So I just had a hard time setting up the equation. Once my friend helped me set up the equation, I was able to get the answer very easily. But I just didn't know how to set up why 300 over 2000.
Yeah, no, what you're showing me on screen doesn't make any sense. Yeah. So
Yeah,
let's do it the right way.
Okay.
Let's do it the right way. Okay. So go ahead and erase everything you got, huh?
That's yeah.
All right. Cooper, are you able to share your screen?
I actually printed mine out and then did it like that. I found
Okay.
it easier to write.
Yes, that's true. All right. Okay. When you, Austin, look at the problem number 5, there is a number in green, 300 kilojoules.
Yes.
There is a number in red, 2,200 kilojoules, and the red continues per mole. Which one of those looks like a conversion factor to you, green or red?
Red.
Good. The green is the starting place of this calculation. Put 300 kilojoules in that box. It's what was given to you in the problem. It's the starting point for the calculation.
Yes.
All right. Where you are right now is a conversion factor. Use the red to put a conversion factor here.
Mr. Sogo,
Yes.
sorry for the interruption. There are a few latecomers into the waiting room who need to be assigned into breakout rooms, please.
Yeah, I can't do that. So.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Now, Austin, does that look like dimensional analysis?
It looks more reasonable than my last one.
What's going to cancel?
What do you mean cancel?
Okay, let me take over. I'm going to share whiteboard.
Do you want me to stop sharing?
No, you don't have to.
Okay.
We'll be able to do it. Okay, dimensional analysis looks like this. You have, let me do a simpler example. Let's say we had 15 grams of something. Let's make it CO2. Dimensional analysis means we're going to convert grams to something else, such as mole. For dimensional analysis to work, these grams here need to be canceled. So when I
Hello,
say what cancel,
are you showing something? Because I cannot see it. Or are you just talking?
okay, you do have to.
I have to stop screen share.
Yeah, you have to stop your screen share to see my screen share.
Okay, I see it now. I see it now.
Yeah, okay. Let's start over. Yeah, no, the whole point is I need to show. Okay, good.
Yeah.
So here you start with grams. That's not the base. Stop. There we go. If we're converting grams to moles, grams has to cancel. These grams have to cancel. So the way you cancel something is by putting it on the bottom of the fraction. Okay, this is grams on the bottom. Does this look at all familiar, or did you never learn dimensional analysis?
I learned it, but it's really, I have had the last 2 lessons where dimensional analysis has been like very like prevalent, or like a main section of it. I just have had most trouble on. The other ones have been fairly easy for me.
Okay, what goes on the top of the conversion factor then?
The moles, correct? Like the 1 mole.
Correct, exactly. All right, that's how you do dimensional analysis. You say, what's going to cancel? What's going to cancel?
Okay.
What's going to cancel? And if you have grams in the beginning and you have grams on the bottom, then it will cancel.
Oh, you're right.
That's the whole method. That's it. Everything is in that one realization. So what you had before when you showed me, nothing would have canceled.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense now.
This needs to be the truth, but if it's CO2, it's 1 mole is 40 grams.
Yeah.
So the math part is probably not what's holding you up. It's the dimensional analysis. Okay. Doom. All right. Let's go back to where you were.
Okay, I'll screen share again.
Exactly. I'll stop my share. And now I'll say what I need to say for you to understand. Okay, great.
All right.
All right.
So what I have written down, it would cancel, correct? Because the kilojoules are on the bottom and on the side.
Exactly. The kilojoules will cancel.
Yes.
And the moles will not.
Mm-hmm.
So the answer you're going to get from this calculation is moles.
Uh-huh. It's not there. So you'd have to, you'd multiply it, correct? So 300 times 2,200.
No, since the 2,200 is on
it's
the bottom.
You did just divide. You'd have to.
That's division, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Good. Good, good, good.
And you get 0.136.
Right.
Moles.
Moles.
Okay, that actually makes a significant amount of sense to me.
Okay, good, 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 good. Then I will ask you to try to continue dimensional analysis on number 6 and 7. At least 6. 7 doesn't have to be dimensional analysis, but 6 should be. So as it says, please copy and paste appropriate boxes from question 5, because you can kind of see, you always start with a box, and then you have a conversion factor, and sometimes you need 2 conversion
You have
factors.
to go to like insert table, correct?
No, just copy it. Just highlight it and Control C and Control V.
Like that?
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Okay, so there you go, and you have to get rid of the 7. Just backspace to get rid of the 7.
Oh my God. All right.
Mr. Sogo?
Yep.
Ben Shapiro got kicked out, but he's in the waiting room waiting to go back into his breakout room.
Okay. I will
Thank
do
you.
that. All right. So yeah, so erase those boxes just like you did with the bad ones you had before, and then try to do that one. Cooper, were you paying attention to what was happening here?
Yes.
Okay, did what I say make sense?
Yup.
Okay, so you and us can talk to each other and say that's, either that's what I did or no, that I did it a different way, and that's how learning occurs. Bronson and Chase,
Yes.
pretty soon you'll be able to start the work?
Yes, I just finished the video.
Perfect. Any questions from that?
No. Actually, yes. So for the very last part of question number 3, or the
Why don't you share
instructional
your
video.
screen? Can you share your screen, Bronson?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Yeah, I'll be
So-
back in. Let me jump away for 1 minute. I'll be back in 1 minute, okay?
All right.
Oh, I could do it without leaving your room. Awesome. Okay, great.
So I'll share my screen now.
Yep, hold on. Yeah, okay, great.
All right. So I was confused on question number 3.
Mhm.
This one. Why would you convert it from gallons to milliliters?
You don't have to, but do you know how big 0.067 gallons is?
Not really.
So that's why you do it, so that it makes sense in the end. I'm hoping the beaker, you've seen it in the lab. That's something you can easily visualize. So that's often the reason you change units of measurement. So it just becomes more meaningful for you.
All right. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Bronson. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay.
Okay, what's been happening here?
We've been using the chat to communicate more than we have like just the screen, but I can't, my screen isn't like, the computer isn't letting me share my screen.
You can't share your screen, Zoe?
No, I'm trying to like pull up the assignment to like show so we could try and work on it together, but it's like not letting me.
Okay, well, let's let somebody else do it. That's the whole idea of collaboration. So who have you been talking to in the chat, Zoe?
I think, let me see. I've been talking to Hannah and Haley in the chat.
Okay. Haley, are you able to share your screen? Hello, Haley. Are you able to share your screen? Maybe not. How about you, Hannah? Are you able to share your screen? What's your assessment of this, Zoe? Is there a reason why we're not getting any responses from Hannah and Haley?
I'm not sure. Like I said, we haven't really been using like the microphone and stuff to communicate. It's mainly just like been in the chat. I know Hannah said something was going on with her computer that like she wasn't able to see the screen at all. She was only able to see like the chat room. She like couldn't see like us.
Okay. All right. Do you want to stay in this room, or do you want to be moved to a room where people can actually talk to each other?
I can figure out a way to like, it's okay, I could stay in this room.
Okay.
I'll try and figure out a way to share the screen. I can
Okay, hold on before I leave. So you're working on assignment 10?
Yeah, well, we were discussing the things that we understand and the things that we don't understand so far.
You have an example of something you don't understand. So if I share my screen, you can point at it and say, I don't understand this.
Yes, if you share your screen, that would be helpful.
I will do so. Okay, great. All right, can you see my screen now?
Yeah. With problem, I think actually problem the camp stoves, that one. I was having a lot of issues with what like how to like convert a lot of the things because I was following along with the question that you did for the like with the video, like that made a lot of sense to me.
Good.
But like when I tried to do it on my own, I was having a lot of trouble with all
Right,
this.
so you're like the problem number 5 here.
Yeah.
That's a good example to start with.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right, so I'm hoping I'm not just talking to Zoe. Gavin, are you here? All right, maybe I'm just talking to you, Zoe.
Okay.
So when you look at problem 5, there's a number in green right here. And there's a number in red right here. When you look at those two values, I'm going to ask you the question, does one of them look like a conversion factor?
Sorry, what?
Does one of these numbers, either the red or the green, look like a conversion factor?
The red maybe, because it's per mole.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so do you know where a conversion factor goes in these little boxes?
Kind of. I know that. Wait, I have my.
Okay, let me start there then. Let me start there. Okay, so you can see I'm sharing a whiteboard now.
Yeah.
You could write on the whiteboard if you have, some people have the option to write on the whiteboard. So if you look, maybe we don't need it yet. So if you say you want to start writing, then I'll. All right, so dimensional analysis always looks like you start with some value and it's either grams or moles or liters or something. So let's just start with 16 grams of some substance like NaCl. And it's multiplied by something on the top and something on the bottom. Something on the top, something on the bottom. This is what dimensional analysis looks like. Does this sound at all familiar, or is that one of the difficulties you have, is you just don't know what this is?
It sounds familiar, but I just am confused on what it is.
Okay, good. So if we wanted to take these grams here and turn them into, let's say, moles, that's a reasonable thing to try to do. Would you know what needs to go on the top and what needs to go on the bottom?
Would it be the like the on the assignment 10 there was, I like can't pull it up on my screen while I'm doing Zoom. That's also an issue that I have with Zoom. I can only do like one screen at a time. So I can't see the worksheet, but would it be the like there's information up at the top of the screen of like the boxes of like saying like how many moles go into what? Would you use like one of those to put on?
Well, more general than that. More general than that. These grams that are here need to be canceled out. This is the whole basis of this method, which can be used to do most any chemistry problem and things that are not chemistry as well.
Okay.
So these grams have to cancel. Would you put grams on the top or on the bottom if you wanted to cancel these grams in the beginning?
I think you put them on the bottom.
That is correct. So something on the bottom means division. So if you had grams in the beginning, grams divided by grams, they cancel.
Okay.
That's the key concept in dimensional analysis, what we're using to do all these chemistry problems. So if sounds like that's a skill you want to develop, and we'll we'll try to make that possible for you.
Okay.
All right. Grams cancels grams. The answer tells you what to put on the top. Since the answer is moles, this has to be moles on the top. That's what dimensional analysis looks like. And this fraction, that's the conversion factor. Okay. And say, come on, draw. Yes. That's a little annoying. This fraction is the conversion factor. So that is why I asked you in the beginning, which one looks like a conversion factor? It always has two measurements in it. This one has moles and grams in it. The one that's on the problem that we're going to solve has kilojoules and moles in it. So then you need to tell the truth. For this particular substance, you look on the periodic table. So I think that's what you were asking. You do use boxes on the periodic table. And you find what is the mass of Na plus Cl, and it's 58. All right, so do you know what to do once you get to this stage?
Wait, sorry. What would be for the bottom number, it'd be mass plus what?
You mean where did the 58 come from?
Yeah,
The sodium is 23. This is from the periodic table. And the chlorine is 35. That's from the periodic table. So you add them together. And that's where I got the 58.
Oh, okay. And then after that?
Okay, so from this point, then it's get your calculator out. It's 16. That's what you started with. Times 1 divided by 58.
Okay.
So on your calculator, it'll be 16 divided by 58. And we'll express that as a decimal. It looks like about 0.3.
Yeah, 0.275.
0.275. Sounds great.
Mr. Sogo, sorry to interrupt. Ms. Perkins updated Zoom to see if that would help with the moving around, but she needs to be put back into a breakout room.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right, I'll be back in a minute. Maybe I can do it without leaving this room, Zoe. But take a look at that and see whether that makes sense. And then we'll go back to the other. Okay, I need to go to a different place. No, I do need to leave the breakout room. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Zoe, what room number is this?
This is 4.
Room 4. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Whoa. Oh, maybe I don't have to leave. Okay, let's try. I do not have to leave. Okay, I'm still here.
Okay.
So let's do the right thing. All right, so now we've got some basis for dimensional analysis where things have to cancel. I'm going to now go back to the problem, So now you can see we're back here with the kilojoules and the moles. Okay, great. So there's a green number and there's a red number. The red number is the conversion factor that will go in the second box. You can see there's a fraction, something on the top, something on the bottom. So that's what the red number is because it has both kilojoules and moles. Has to be a conversion factor, which means this green value here is where you start the problem.
Oh, okay.
So we'll put in this space, I don't know if I can write on this. I don't think I can. No, I have to type. Okay, but we'll put in this space the 300 kilojoules. And then let's see if you can figure out what what we put on the top and what we put on the bottom of this conversion factor here?
On the top, would you put the 1 mole, and then would you put the 2,200 kilojoules at the bottom?
Why would you do it that way?
Because you need to cancel out the kilojoules. The KJ.
Exactly. The kilojoules must cancel, so they have to go on the bottom. And you have to tell the truth. It is 2,200 kilojoules for 1 mole, so that has to go on the top. Okay, so I'm hoping that makes sense to you. You did it perfectly. And I'll go ahead and show you that that's going to cancel. That's the whole point. That these kilojoules cancel those kilojoules. So do you know the label on this answer you get from that?
You would get the moles, correct? Because you canceled out the...
Exactly.
So it would be 300 divided by...
Yes, division, exactly, division. I'll do it on my calculator while you're doing it over there.
I got 0.136.
That's what I got as well, 0.136 moles. And you can see that that answer does agree with the suggestion. It should come out to much less than 1 mole, and it does.
Okay, because when I completed lesson 10 and I did the post test yesterday, not like I didn't read the document saying that this would be explained, so I did the post test and I tried doing this problem and I see like what I did wrong now.
Okay.
I didn't do it right.
All right. So why don't you do this, Zoe? Because you're saying what you did on the post test wasn't your best work. Go ahead and just send me via email kind of a screenshot, or are you doing it on the computer so it looks like this?
No, I normally write all my work out on paper.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So why don't you just send me a picture of your work on the paper then after you try it again? Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay, thank you.
And then if I see better work there than is on the computer post test, then I'll give you credit for that.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
All right, good. So yeah, I think that was good. Thank you for explaining to me your knowledge, and I'm hoping what I said made sense. Any other questions before I leave this room?
Let me see. Can you just, I think I have a kind of clear understanding, but can you balance out like one equation? Because I know that there were some people confused on that in the chat, and I'm also a tad confused on.
Okay, like this one here, or one of the ones later?
Just any example of balancing out an equation.
I guess that one's already balanced for you, huh? Yeah. And that one's already balanced for you. Okay, so it'll be this one here.
Okay.
All right, so you can see my screen there.
Yes.
I should have made a copy, huh? It's okay. Let me make a copy now. Then I can mess it up as much as I want. Okay, so here is, let's not start with that one. Let's start with this one. All right, I'm going to make some space here. But can I draw on this? I can't, huh? Okay, let me undo that. I'll use the whiteboard. I think it's the better tool.
Yeah.
Doot, 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 doot. Doot, 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 doot. Clear. All right, so this was, let's actually do a different example than there so that I'm not copying, I'm just doing something new. All right, so here's a reasonable thing to try. That's fuel. And it can combine with O2. Do you know the products of combustion?
Do I? I don't know. Let's see. I don't think I do. Or is it?
Yeah, go ahead and guess.
CO2 and H2O?
It is indeed CO2 and H2O. So that's the starting place. You need to know the products, and now it's a question of how many.
Right.
So usually you count atoms, so there are 2 carbon atoms here. Do you see 2 carbon atoms there?
Yes.
And how many do you see on this side?
I don't see any carbon atoms on that side.
Okay, there's one right here.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I see. Yeah, so there's
So
just one then?
Yes, right now there's only one. And so that needs to be brought into balance using a coefficient, a multiplier. So in this case, the coefficient goes here in this space, and it will be a 2.
Oh, and then, okay.
Now this is 2 carbon atoms, which is what will balance the original. Okay, so as a picture, this is CO2 and another CO2. And I'm hoping you see there's one carbon atom right there, and there's another carbon atom right there. So the carbons are balanced.
Okay.
All right, so talk to me now about the hydrogen.
Okay, so there's on your right side. No, yeah. There's 4 hydrogen.
Hmm?
And then past the arrow there's in the products there's only 2 hydrogen.
Correct. Right now it's only 2. So those are not in balance. What would you do? Balance.
You need to multiply it by 2.
Exactly. You want 2 times 2, that'll be 4. And do you know what that means in terms of the equation itself?
Like the...
How do we do the multiplier of 2 here?
If, like, there would be 2 more, like, H2Os, is that?
Yeah, so that's called a coefficient. It's a 2, it's a multiplier in front. So it looks like that. It looks like that. And so that's now 2 molecules of H2O, which picture-wise look like that. And that's a total of 4 hydrogens. 1, 2, 3, 4 hydrogens, which is exactly what we want. We can say now this is balanced. Okay. All right, so that's the idea. And I think you understand that you just need to look at how many there are in the beginning and multiply until they become equal.
Yeah.
The oxygen is the trickiest part. What do you think the coefficient here should be?
Well, there's 2 oxygen on that side, and past the arrow there's, it looks like 3 oxygens in total. Because, oh no. Is that, no, there's only 1 oxygen?
So this is where the pictures will help. This 2 here means there are 2 oxygen atoms, and here they are, 1, 2. But once you put a multiplier, then it became 3, 4.
Okay.
So here it's 2 times 2, There's 4 oxygen atoms here.
Okay.
And there's some more over here in the waters.
There's 2.
There's 2, right? 1, 2. So there's 2 oxygen, oops, sorry. 2 oxygen atoms. I can't spell. And that's in the way. Boop, boop, boop. I see. I'm at the edge of my whiteboard. All right, there's 2 oxygen atoms here. There's 4 oxygen atoms here. Total of
6.
6. And now need to put a multiplier here to make this be 6 as well.
So wouldn't that just be 3?
It'll be a 3.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so that'll give 6 oxygen atoms. And balance the products.
Okay.
All right. Good. So I will. So it looks like you understand the concept, and that's
yeah, I needed
that's
a little
great.
more explaining. That was helpful. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much, Zoe. I'm going to leave this room now.
Okay.
And I'll talk to the other chemistry teachers. So, since I spent quite a bit of time with you, did you find this helpful?
Very helpful, yeah.
Okay. So if we could incorporate these sessions in future, you would appreciate it, huh?
Yes, definitely.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Mhm.
Okay, give me a progress report here.
We're on question 8.
Okay. Are you finding value in collaborating with students?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
pretty good.
Yeah, we're working so far so good.
Okay. Are there some things you would like me to try to explain, or you think you've got it on your own?
I think I'm good for now. I'll let you know if I need help.
I think I'm all right as well.
Okay, who else is in this room? I see Josiah and Kale. All right. Jacqueline is here. Layla, Joey. Joey, do you want to talk to me? So who's been collaborating out loud here?
Me and Josiah, and then Layla Yee too, and then I
Okay.
think I heard Jacqueline too.
All right, perfect. That's the way it's supposed to work. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Are you finding this time valuable? Should we try to incorporate more sessions like this in future?
Yeah, I think it is a good thing to have help when you're working on this because it can be confusing.
Yeah, well, that's okay, great. Okay, thank you very much then. I'm going to leave this room.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Number 4.
Sounds like collaboration. How are we doing here?
Good.
Who's talking to me saying good? Maddie?
Yeah.
Okay, so who are you working with?
Lucas, Bianchi, Lucas Dunsing, Marie, and Luke Carter.
Okay, so all of you are working together.
Yeah.
And are you going through one problem at a time? Is that the idea?
Yeah, we're pretty much done.
No, that's great. I'm glad to hear that. Did you find value in being able to talk to each other?
Yeah, it helped me a lot better.
Yeah. Okay. I'm hearing a lot of positives. Yes. All right. So we will do this in future. I'll just make it clear to people what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And because some rooms kind of didn't do the right thing. And all right. Anything you want me to talk to you about, or you're all good on your own?
I think I'm good. I don't know about anyone else.
I think we're all good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much then.
Thank you.
Thank you.
C3H8 is Camstos, most burgers.
It is. I think
Yeah,
it's
propane. Yeah,
propane.
yeah, it is.
So like at the top on the first one, didn't we
Yeah.
already find the amount of moles for propane?
Oh yeah. Is that the No, is that in the question or is that in the coefficient part of the thing?
Well, like the point of the question is to ask how many moles of propane we need
Uh-huh.
for a pot of tea. So I think the first part's all we need. I'm not positive.
Okay. How many moles of propane?
Yeah, it says it should come out to be less
Okay.
than a mole. So
Yeah.
I think it's 0.136.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, great. I was listening to you for a few seconds. I see your whiteboard. Well done. Well done. So it sounds like and looks like you were doing the right thing here. And are you finding it valuable to have this time to talk to each other?
Yeah, it helps to like to work it out with other people, so you don't just have to try to figure it out on your own.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
I also like to hear how like people got to that answer because there may be different answers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you say, well, how did you do it? And this is how I did it. And that's the power of consensus. Okay, so this looks great. I have a teacher meeting to go to, but I don't. Oh, maybe I do have to close the rooms here. Okay, well, I'll try to check with my other teachers because you're clearly gaining value from this, and I don't want to interrupt that. Okay, so I may have to close the rooms, but not right now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
And you're muted.
Thank you. Some breakout rooms are still going
Okay.
and going well.
Yes.
The first rooms I visited did not go well, but they may have changed. Did anyone visit room 3?
Yeah, I visited all the rooms.
Okay.
I kept bouncing around. I had some groups that were silent, but most of them started talking after a little bit, and I kind of pushed them to go, and they shared their screens and stuff like that, so it looked like it was going better.
Okay. Yeah, there are a number of people who are finding value in this. So
Agreed.
once they know how to do it, and they can tell their friends this is how you do it.
Right.
I'm going to check on room 3 for just a few seconds.
Mr. Sogo.
Hello. How
Hi.
are things here?
We kind of need a little help.
On
Okay.
7.
On 7, are
Yeah.
you able to share your screen and show me where you are?
Yeah, I can.
Perfect.
Okay, so we have those like numbers.
Oh, excellent.
Like, I don't know what to like do with them.
Okay. Let me see what you did earlier.
I have 0.14 moles, and then
I like that one.
we were figuring this 6 out. Then we
Number
got like
6.
0.5 cents.
Yeah,
Or
about
whatever, 5 cents.
Okay, what's that 0.400 unlabeled in number 6?
Oh, that was my money. Sorry.
Ah, it's money. Okay. All right, so usually, yeah, I see. So you want to make that $4 instead of $0.4.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, where'd the 4 moles come from in number 6?
4 moles.
Yeah, do you see it in the parentheses after the 4
Oh,
kilograms?
I looked it up on the internet, and it said that 1 gram or like 1 mole was equal to like 141 or something, like grams or something. So then I divided it, and then I got about 4, but that was just like, I don't know, I just put that.
Okay, so that is not true. Propane, you've got the truth for propane in your conversion factor in the second box right there. It's 44 grams over 1 mole.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how you can find out how many moles.
Okay.
All right, so what I would do here is start with, in number 6, in that first box where you got the $4 and 454 grams, let's not start there. That will be useful. So if you want to cut and paste it, just cut it out and paste it in the fourth box.
Oh, and the fourth one of the
Yeah,
same.
right over there. It will be useful, but it's not useful in the beginning.
Okay.
Okay, so in that first box, where you used to have the $4 and the 454 grams, erase that. Okay, so now you need to start with and say, how much propane do I need for the pot of tea? And you have the answer in number 5.
Yeah. 0.14.
Exactly. So that first box should never be a fraction. It should just be, this is a starting point for the calculation. And all right, so now it'll work.
Okay.
It'll work. And you can see, I hope that the moles will cancel the moles in that first step. Do you understand dimensional analysis, how it works?
Yeah.
Okay. So moles will cancel moles. And so your answer will be, what will your answer be from that first calculation?
Do you divide the 0.14 44?
You start with 0.14 on your calculator.
Yeah. Okay.
Multiply by whatever's on the top, which in this case is 44.
Oh, okay.
And divide by whatever's on the bottom.
So you get 6.16.
Yeah.
That, let me do it on my calculator, but it looks about right. 0.14 times 44, right? Yeah, 6.16. That's what I got.
Me too.
And the label on that?
It's grams.
It's grams. Good. Okay. If you can label it as C3H8 or just propane, that's probably a good thing. You know, grams of what? It's grams of propane. Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Okay.
All right, so then, you see what's going to happen in that next conversion factor there?
Yeah, 4 divided by 454.
Yes.
Okay. I got 0.054.
And the label on that?
Cents.
What do you think, Dahlia?
I
What are you
think
getting?
dollars, because that was $4 we were using.
Oh.
Right. Exactly. So you can just look at the units of measurement and say the grams canceled. The dollars survived. The dollars is the answer.
Okay.
And so I'm hoping you can look at that answer.
Yeah.
And is that between 5 and 10 cents?
Yeah. I mean, no, hold on.
No, it's not.
How many cents do you think that is?
Like less than 1.
Oh, interesting. Okay, no, that's 5 cents.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, because a cent is 100th of a dollar. So $0.01 is 1 cent.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, 5 cents.
Yeah.
5 cents, 5.4 if you want it to be more precise. But there you go. Okay, good. So before we leave that problem, squeeze in the equal sign in front of the answer so that it makes mathematical sense, and squeeze in a multiplication sign in front of the conversion factor right there. Yeah, maybe you can cut and paste it. Sure. Maybe. Try a left arrow.
Oh, wait.
There you go. I think that'll work. There you go. All right, so that looks great now. Before I leave you, take a look at number 5 and tell me what's going to cancel the way you've set it up.
Not like the KJ is supposed to be on the bottom.
Yes, exactly so. Exactly so. And then it'll make sense. Because the way you have it right now, the answer should be 300 times 2,000, and that's not right.
Okay.
All right, perfect. There's some skill right there. Looks great. Okay. Yeah, you're asking originally about number 7. I have 6. Well, the numbers you have for number 7, those are the only numbers you really need. It's just a question of what should you do with them.
Yeah.
So this is probably not, you can do it with dimensional analysis, but it may be better just to think about it and say, what are these 44 grams and 2,200? How does that help answer the question of energy released from each gram? All right. Okay, so thank you for participating here. The most rooms in the end had some productive partnerships, and so it looks like you, Emily, and you, Dahlia, have found a productive partnership here. And so I'm hoping you enjoyed working together with each other. I will have to close this meeting soon.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.